How do you stay consistent when you're following a healthy meal plan? I think most people, whenever you mention about changing your lifestyle, they think it's a diet. I'd never give anybody a diet per se. What I usually say is that the reason why you gain the body fat in the first place is because you are eating something that's prompting your body to store the body fat. So let's investigate and find out what it is. You're committing to a lifestyle change. And then the thing about the change is that you're going to have to understand the foods that cause you the problems that you're having. Let me explain. Every time you eat, your body has to decide what to do with the energy from the food. Store it for you to use immediately or store it for you to use when times are hard. Our bodies are designed that way, except that our behaviors change. We got supermarkets and food is on tap all the time. So instead of human beings going through a famine and then a feast, now we all go through feasting all the time. That means our insulin levels are so high, permanently, constantly. And when your insulin levels high, that's when you end up storing body fat. That's when you end up being tired. That's when you end up with fatigue. And most chronic diseases, most metabolic diseases are related to high insulin. So what I always say, do with my clients is, whatever you did, and I said, remember, every time you eat, your body has a choice on what to do with the energy. The food that trigger a quick release of insulin are the foods that your body stores for you to eat when times are hard. Now, what are these foods? Oh, the sugar especially. And when we talk about sugar, we're not just talking about the sugar that Chris sold isolated. We're talking about even things like porridge and bread, white rice, normal rice. If you're carrying body fat and somebody says to you, oh, you know what, just reduce your calories. Yeah, you can reduce your calories, but it's not necessarily just the calories that made you gain the body fat in the first place. It's also the type of food you're eating. In fact, I eat between 3,500 and 4,000 calories a day. I don't count them, but my wife put my calories in one of those stupid apps. We'll talk about them another time. And we found out that I was eating 3,500, about 3,800 calories a day. Now, I'm never tired and my body is not storing any body fat because the energy from the food that I'm eating is being stored for me to use when I need it rather than being stored as energy as body fat. When your body makes a decision to store energy as body fat, it doesn't want to spend. That's why even though you are carrying body fat, you're still tired constantly, and it doesn't make any sense because you got all that energy on you and you can't have access to it. The only best way to do it is to control insulin. When you control insulin, what you're doing is you're stopping the foods that are telling your body to store the energy for a rainy day. Sugar is the enemy. Sugar is what causes that. And when you talk about sugar, we talk about sugar that's hidden. They use different names like humectant and molasses, syrups, and all these things. Anything that ends with OSE, it's sugar. And what happens is these are the foods that, and even though people don't want to hear it, most modern fruits that you get are all laden with sugar. They've been genetically manipulated in a way that they're just essentially bags of sugar. So the best fruits to eat really are the berries. For now, if your goal is to lose body fat and keep it off, stay with the berries because we're trying to eat foods that don't trigger a quick response from insulin. And then when you reduce your insulin level for a while, you find that you'll be okay. You find you lose the fat. You actually have more energy because basically the energy that is being produced is being stored. That's where you got no energy. Now, don't be fooled by the type of sugars that we've got. There's sugar in everything. You can buy products that says no added sugar. And when you look at it, at the back of it, there's sugar. And sometimes if you don't cook your own food, you don't know what's in the food. And these companies, they put sugar in a lot of the foods just to appeal to your palate. At the same time, there's sugar in there as a preservative. So be careful. If you're trying to lose body fat, don't think that sweeteners are any better. Most sweeteners are just empty calories. Your body treats them as sugar because you can't absorb them. And it's like they're empty calories. In fact, most sweeteners also trigger a quick response from insulin. So as much as possible, cook your own food. And that's what I teach my clients and my friends. If you want to lose body fat, control insulin. How do you control insulin? By watching your sugar intake, your carbohydrate and sugar. Once you eliminate sugar, you find out that you can stick to everything that you're trying to do healthily because your body will not crave. Because craving, hunger, when you feel peckish, when you feel all of that, it means your insulin level is higher than your blood sugar level and your body's asking you for some more. So guys, please pay attention to this because there's too much misinformation on the internet, on social media about fat loss. And people are suffering needlessly, doing hours and hours of cardio, doing some crazy exercises where they're making you count a lot of calories. Listen, when you count calories, what you're doing is you're not just depriving yourself of calories because the foods that you're eating, you're depriving yourself of nutrients. That means your body's deprived. And that's why when you finish counting the calories, you put it all back on again. You cannot count calories for the rest of your life. Guys, learn to eat the right foods, the foods that we're meant to be eating as human beings, not the foods made in labs by corporations who are interested in just your money. Guys, thank you for watching. And if you like what we're saying, just give us a like, help us grow our channel so we can produce more content for you.